Hey guys, this is another demonstration by Mrs. LaRoche. Today we're making a turtle. So you get your block of clay. The first thing you'll need to do is split it in half, like so. Half of that's going to be for the legs and half of it's going to be for the body. So with one half, you're going to pack it into a ball like you're making a pinch pot. Into a ball. This one's going to be the turtle shell. Alright, so once you have your ball, you're going to take your thumb, on the other hand, stick it in there, and take your first two fingers and pinch around. So this part is a review from kindergarten. And you're pinching and pinching and pinching, and you're pinching. Now you're going to cup your hand like so, because you could put your pinch pot in there and pinch down into your hand very gently to create an oval form. And when you flip it over, you've got a turtle shell. So I'm just pushing it down. Just smoothing it out a little bit before I make the legs and head. All right, looks good. So you're gonna pick up your other part and you're going to break it into 5 pieces. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now you might have to balance them out a little bit so you have this at least 4 almost exactly the same size. The 5th one for the head can be a little bit bigger. With these 4 shapes, these 4 balls of clay, well, clumps of clay, you will push them into a little sphere, each one. Round, around, 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 around. The spheres on the turtle go round and round. Round and round, round and round. Alrighty, last one for my head. Now you want to do the head, roll the head a little bit back and forth, just a little tiny bit, because then you can make a little bit of a cylinder. Now comes the important part. The part that you're learning in 1st grade, scratch and attach. Everywhere you attach 2 pieces of clay, you have to scratch it. Take your little toothbrush and your water and get your toothbrush wet. And on the inside, you're going to just scratch the surface up a little bit. And you're going to take your first ball, scratch it up, and give a little wiggle. Do that with the second one. And just give a little wiggle. Now you can see that they still look like they're a little bit not attached. We'll get to that in a minute. Scratch up the other side. Scratch up the other balls. Spheres, I should say. Give a little wiggle. Make sure they're attached. Give a little wiggle. Scratch it, wiggle it. Now, once you have all 4 legs attached, you're going to squeeze, smush it down, smooth it out. Smush it down and smooth it out. Smush it down, smooth it out. You might need to use a dry finger for that part. And then you can pinch out your little feet so they look more like flippers. Finally, going to do it with the head and scratch the inside of the shell. Wiggle, wiggle, and smush it down some. Okay. And finally, for the turtle back design, you draw that line all the way around. And do crisscross turtle sauce on his back. You don't want to make more than 4 lines going each direction because then it just looks too messy and not like a turtle. Crisscross your lines, crisscross applesauce. Sorry, turtle sauce. Crisscross turtle sauce.
No.
And if you did it right, you should have squares or diamonds going right down the center of his back. We also need to give him an eye. Put the tool in, the needle tool in, and just round and round. And then for the tooth, is a little bit tricky. You're going to use the hook side of the tool and cut down one side and down the other side and open his mouth. And give a tiny little pinch for his little turtle tooth. Or you could just open his mouth. And there you go. There's your turtle. If you have time, you want to clean out the shell and any parts that don't really belong, clay parts that don't really belong, you can use your needle tool or your hook tool to take those out.